Hi Aries, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name is Erica. Welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you found me. This is your May Full Moon Oracle video where I intend on pulling you a card from the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck. I'm also going to pull a card from the Magical Messages from the Fairies by Doreen Virtue. And finally, a Healing, Meditation, and Relaxation Oracle card from a deck that I purchased at a secondhand store, so I don't necessarily have an artist or an author to give credit to, but I do send loving, grateful energy out in the world for their time that they spent on the deck, because I like the supplement that it gives to the readings. It was literally like the second deck that I ever purchased. I didn't know a whole lot about Oracle decks at the time, and I was like, let's see what this is about. It comes in handy from time to time. Alright, Aries, we've got this full moon at 20 degrees of Scorpio that'll be playing out in the 8th house of life, death, and rebirth. Other people's money, sexuality, instincts, primal, basic, or human. I really feel like for a lot of you it's going to be dealing with the polarity between Scorpio and Taurus. The idea or the themes of survival mode to self-care. And I understand that completely. Quite a healing full moon for me personally, healing a lot of the trauma that I experienced in the during the full blood moon, total blood moon eclipse in October of 2014. That was the astrological event that triggered the house fire that happened 2 days later, that I almost did not survive. But it made me start studying astrology, and then I started feeling like I had to warn people about this stuff and let them know what was going on, and I made this channel about a year ago, so that's how I'm here. Enough about me, this is about y'all. I'm shuffling for you now from the Magical Messages from the Fairies deck by Doreen Virtue. But this full moon is going to be probably dredging up stuff from the past and illuminating it and showing you where you need to heal, what you need to pay attention to. Maybe focusing on some very intimate issues, very private, underbelly kind of stuff. Alright, and finally from my little healing and meditation, relaxation oracle deck for my Aries viewers and friends. Alright, let me cut this deck for y'all. I had a card slide. That'll be the card that I choose for y'all. Okay, Aries, what I'm going to do now is flip these cards. Well, I'm going to hit the pause button, flip these cards over, do some meditating, look at the astrology notes, and do my best to give you the guidance that I see on the other side of the video. Hang tight, y'all. I'll be right back. Hey Aries, I'm back with your cards, so let's go ahead and get started. The Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle card that I pulled for you. What's funny is this entire reading is really in the vein of what I was just talking about. Experiencing some stuff that's pretty deep and going through some pretty traumatic stuff, and then coming out on the other side and having these lessons that you've learned through experiencing some of the toughest stuff ever, probably. And I know that for a lot of Aries out there, we've experienced a lot of, I say we because I have an Aries sun, April 16th, shout out y'all. But we've had Uranus transiting through our sign for quite some time, so it's been a lot of shocks, a lot of surprises, a lot of good shocks, a lot of good surprises, but some bad shocks, bad surprises, stuff dealing with the head, trauma to the head. I had my own personal trauma to the head October 10th, 2014. PTSD is a real thing, y'all. But let's talk about this card. Azurite with Malachite deals with the third eye chakra, so it can help heal and amplify the vibrations of the third eye chakra. And this is very much a physical, psychic embodiment of this full moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is a very psychic sign. It deals with the occult. It deals with the hidden. And occult really just means hidden from the light. And that's light for us to see and light for us to know. Not necessarily light as in good and evil. This full moon is in the 8th house. And we've got Saturn in the 9th house. I really feel like there are a lot of Aries that are going through either a spiritual crisis that leads to a spiritual awakening, or have already gone through the spiritual crisis and are leading into that spiritual awakening. And we're all born at different times. We all have different charts, so it's all going to hit us differently. But if you've got strong Aries energy in you, chances are you've gone through some serious stuff that's made you learn some serious lessons. And those lessons are now helping you teach others around you about what's going on and the new things that you've learned. This card deals with confidence and psychic ability. It reads, Azurite with Malachite awakens the inner goddess, invoking poise and self-assurance while raising your intuition. You've pulled this card because the universe is sensing your need for a confidence boost, along with a boost in psychic attunement. So meditate with Azurite with Malachite to trust in your instincts, to deepen your clairvoyance, and to release any doubt about what you are feeling. I'm going to have to get me some of that, y'all. The second card that I pulled for you from the Magical Messages from the Fairies by Doreen Virtue is the Spiritual Teacher card. And this card reads, Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. And that's really what I was just talking about with the other card. I feel like, I know that for me personally, because I'm an Aries sun, I'm a Taurus moon, and I'm a Scorpio rising, I can be very stubborn. And sometimes experience is the only teacher that I will learn from. And I'm learning that I went through that house fire to learn life lessons and learn things about this existence that I would have never learned on my high horse in that egocentric mind that I had at that time. I had to be completely broken down so I could be remolded into the individual that I am today. And anybody who knew me before the fire and anybody who knows me after the fire has seen a marked difference in me. But the Spiritual Teacher card indicates that to be a teacher you must experience, and you very well may have been going through some very shocking experiences that have been making you see the other side of things, whatever it is. If you've gone through especially traumatic situations and you are having a difficult time and you aren't able to heal, it may be that you need to reach out and ask for help. And I would reach out to someone who is medically qualified to help you and then move on to the spiritual teaching portion of it. But take care of yourself first. You cannot serve from an empty well. This could also be where you've gone through the lessons much like I have, and now you're counseling others on what to do and how to do it. I provide counseling services through the lens of astrology and tarot and oracle cards. I give these videos to you as a means for counseling and guidance. I wouldn't be doing this had I not gone through the experiences that I have that have taught me that it's not just about what you see in front of you. There are things that go on every day that you don't see that are just as impactful, if not more, than what's going on in front of you. I learned a lot about the law of attraction and manifestation. And I came to the realization that there were some of the things that have came to pass in my world, in my life, that I manifested that I really wouldn't have manifested or wanted to manifest in my world had I known I was actively doing it. That's the thing about astrology and metaphysics is you have free will in everything. However, you are influenced by things that you cannot see. And you can take that however you choose. The only thing you need to do, though, is accept the fact that you are influenced by things. The final card that I pulled for you is the Acceptance card. I think that there are some Aries out there that are needing to accept the fact that they've gone through the stuff that they've gone through because they are being called to be a teacher in some way or another. To teach children, to teach adults, to just teach your friends. I believe that we're all teachers. I believe that we all teach each other something, and the minute that we stop learning, we start dying. So don't be afraid to continue teaching. Don't be afraid to continue learning. And accept the fact that if you are being called to be a spiritual teacher, to be a spiritual counselor, to be a spiritual guide, that those are callings that you cannot ignore. And if you're being called, you will know it. If you're not being called, then there are other means for you to teach. There are other things for you to teach. But if you're being called, you will know it. The acceptance card reads, many people find it hard to accept themselves for what they are, and as a consequence, they have low self-esteem. If you're afflicted by doubts of this kind, repeat these mantras to yourself. May I accept the facts as they are. May I not fight against the facts as they are. May I appreciate the closing of one door as another door opens. May I be at peace with the situation. Sometimes acceptance requires you to let go of control of another person, another situation, another thing, or just the outcome. And I don't know about y'all, but I have a hard time letting go of control. It really depends on what's going on in each of your individual charts, but this is what I see what's going on for you for the full moon energy for this early May flower Scorpio full moon. So, Aries, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. This was the final reading for my May video series. I'm going to have all of them up before dark Central Standard Time. I'm proud of myself because I had a few setbacks. Yay, Erica. Go me. Happy times. All that good stuff. I better not get too big-headed because I don't have this uploaded just yet. And the only way I can do that is if I shut my daggum mouth and get it uploaded. So, Aries, thank you for being here. I do hope you enjoyed the reading. I'm sending you so much love. Please take care of yourself. Please be kind to yourself and save some of that kindness for others because we're all going through private battles in our world that some of us may never speak about to another living soul. I'll see y'all soon. Accept what the full moon is showing you. Take care, y'all. Namaste. Bye. And I love you, Aries.